Friends, welcome back. Another episode of BigDenoPlays Earthborne Rangers. We're on to, I just don't remember, we're on to day 7. Very good indeed. Still raining, is it? Actually, I should check that. Let's flip over to our screen and have a look if it is still, in fact, raining. It is still raining. Today is the last day it's raining. Very good. Yeah, very much enjoying the game. We're still kicking along with a couple of missions right now. Let's actually have a look at those missions. We're trying to put deploy sensors to try and detect reclaimers across 3 locations, one of which we're at right now. And then we're also trying to commune with the Videssian at Tumbledown. So, very good. But yes, we'll set up for the day. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll keep that. I like that. We'll keep that. We'll keep that. We'll keep that. We'll trash these 2. 1, 2. Good. Plenty of striding to be done. It's a non-pivotal location, High Basin, so we'll set up these bad boys. There's going to be 3 of these. One, 2, 3. And then we will add them to the old growth deck, because as you can see from our map, we've travelled from branch to the High Basin, so we have an old growth location. Has been a couple of days since I played, so maybe a little rusty. I'm sure I'll pick it up, not too quick, not too hard, maybe. We'll see. All right, so the High Basin, number 18. Let's go read that, shall we? Number 18. The High Basin. If Lynn Mirror, the something is in play, she's not. High above the forest below, the basin gleams in the sunlight. Smaller than White Sky Lake, the water in this mountain town is much deeper, the clear, cold water darkening to deep blue in the centre. The elders say that nobody has ever reached those depths, and looking at it for yourself, you can well believe it. You wonder if there are submerged caves in the depths, and if any of the High Basin's water drains into even deeper subterranean passages. Let's have a look. Lead Ranger has to search the path deck for the next flora and put it into play. Whoa. Cool. We can swim in the crystal clear waters. That's nice. So we'll search for the next flora. Wren Kobo. Puffer Crawler. Puffer Crawler is the next flora. That's a shame. Path deck, the Puffer Crawler comes in along the way, and we're ready to start the day. So we've got a downpour, we've got 1 conduit and our stave. The Puffer Crawler is a being, so we can evade it. This being is attached to a roll. Okay, so we probably do want to get rid of that quite quickly. It may be worth us sky whipping and getting rid of it. So we'll play our Sparrowhawk for cost of 2. That's going to be enough of a sky whip. 1, 2, 3. What are we going to do for this mission? When a feature comes into play at one of these locations, you may attach this mission to it. When a feature with this mission is cleared, place a progress token. Okay, so we've got to find features. So, do we want to clear that? Yeah, all right. So we'll bring the Sparrowhawk into play. That gives us some protection so she can get eaten instead of us. And I think we will actually try and evade the Puffer Crawler using one of these. So a 3 evasion test, or avoid rather. Yeah, so let's have a look. So we get it to -1, which is good. We're then going to tap our roll to bring Throng of Life back into play. So we evade successfully, and that is it. No sunlight, no mission attached. Or attach it to a non-exhausted human being. Cool. So now we will do a traverse check, and I think we're just going to do it so we guarantee 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's a guaranteed successful traverse, so we can leave the high basin whenever we want. So this test comes at a 0. Again with that, no, nothing else. So we've cleared the high basin, so we can now leave at any time. However, we need to put 3 sensors up. That's our goal for today, is just to attach the 3 sensors to this location. We'll be able to travel, where did we want to go? We needed to go down, I think, so we were going to go to the Furrow Terravor Mound of the Navigator, is that right? Yes. So Furrow will be our next location that we'll visit. Okay, so we're fine. Good. So I think we have no need to do anything else. We may just remember our ranger training, I think, and flip a focus check. That's a 0 with sunlight, however. So we will remember our ranger training. Eagle Eye, we'll take that into hand. Discard 1 rain from this card. Each ranger suffers 1 fatigue. Okay, so there's our fatigue. There is our deck. Eagle Eye. We've got 1 fitness left. Nothing. We can't connect. Do we bother connecting with the puffer crawler? Yeah, I think we'll try connecting with the puffer crawler. Just add some progress. See if we can clear it off. We're going to suffer another fatigue. That's going to go down to 2. And then we add 2 progress to the puffer crawler. That's it. We will rest. The puffer crawler comes back alive. We will draw a card into hand. It's another Eagle Eye. We will add another path card, and we have a dozing bear sloth, and it comes in much closer. Oh, it's going to eat the puffer crawler. That's interesting. All right. So we've still got a Sky Whip in hand. So we're looking for a feature. So we're going to play an Eagle Eye. We'll gain all of our stuff back. We're going to play an Eagle Eye, which is scout 3 path cards, then draw 1 path card. So we're looking for a feature. A Kleptic Raccoon, another Dozing Bear Sloth, and a Hanging Cherry Moss. We'll put some Hanging Cherry Moss into play. All right. I don't know why I shuffled that, but I did. I was putting those other 2 on the bottom. That was dumb. As I said, hadn't played in a while. So this mission, let's have a quick look at this mission. Turn that off, but here we go. So when a feature comes into play at one of these locations, you may attach this mission to it. When a feature with this mission attached is cleared, place 1 progress on this mission. So we need to traverse this feature. So we can do a fitness plus that test, which doesn't do anything. Yeah, all right, so we're just going to do this fitness test on this Hanging Cherry Moss. Climb to reach the sweetest insect luring fruit to add 1 harm to this feature. Discard 1 token from an insect in play. And or do we traverse the nearby terrain to add progress equal to your effort? If you suffer, they'll suffer 1 injury. No, well, I don't think we'll fail, but yeah, I want to soothe the fatigue, so do we need to, yeah, we need to do it this way. Oh, it's a +1. We succeed. So we've got some things to activate. So the first thing we do is we successfully climb. So we add a harm to this feature. Boom. We discard 1 token from an insect and we sue the fatigue. So the fatigue that we soothe is seen through cycles. Then, nothing here. If this being is attached to your roll, if it is not attached, attach it to your roll. So we are now attached by a puffer crawler. Then, if you have 4 or more fatigue, exhaust this being. We do not have 4 or more fatigue. And if this mission is attached, exhaust a non-human being. So we will exhaust this dozing bear sloth, or do we exhaust the puffer crawler? We'll exhaust the puffer crawler. Unattach this mission unless a ranger spends 1 focus energy. We shall do that. Now we have no fitness left to complete that again and clear that. So do we instead try and climb? No, can't do that either. Alright, she can only add it to a being, so she can't do that. I think we will choose a being in play, shuffle it into the path deck. Do we want to do that? We'll exhaust our roll to bring... No, we haven't used it, but maybe we do use that. Choose a being in play and shuffle it into the path deck. We could shuffle this puffer crawler into the path deck because it's just going to injure us if we don't. Yep, no, that feels like the right play. So we'll spend 2 spirit to see through cycles. We will remove this puffer crawler. We get to pull whoever we want out. Ren Kobo. Oh, quiet. That's not good. Uravos. Let's bring Uravos into play. She's friendly. So the puffer crawler, doesn't matter that I shuffled now because we have to shuffle anyway. Uravos is just looking for her daughter Quizzy, we know that. So we'll just let her come into play. I'm going to rest now because, it won't cost us that, because we can't afford to draw another one of those and lose that mission. So these go here, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. Card into hand, another Sky Whip, another path card, and it is the puffer crawler again. Good. It's along the way though. Alright, the cherry moss. We're going to climb the cherry moss again. It's 2 fitness plus our seen through cycles to climb the cherry moss. And we get a successful climb. So we add 1 harm to this feature, which is going to clear it. There's no insects in play. We soothe another fatigue. Trail mix is nice. And that's it. So this clears. And we have deployed the first of our sensors. And then that is gone. And then we're going through and activating these. If this being is attached to your roll, suffer 1 injury. If it is not attached, suffer 1 injury. If there is an active predator, there is, exhaust it. Add harm equal to this being, equal to that predator's presence. Oh no, Ura. Are you okay, Ura? Alright, well, a little bit suboptimal. We do want to eagle eye again though. Got no spirit. We can bring seen through cycles back into hand by exhausting our roll, so we'll do that. We don't have a conduit to play though, a glint. So we'll play Eagle Eye again. Is that a dumb play? Got no fitness? I think we're going to connect with Ura. We need to get rid of her from this situation. Ura, 1 heart, 2 hearts, 3 hearts. Ah, these 2 strong hearts. 2 progress on Ura. Mountains, there's no mountains, there's no mountains. she'll just attack the bear sloth for 1 damage. Could have actually done that last turn as well, so we will do that last turn as well. And we've got a Sky Whip. I think we might exhaust this. Avoid the Puffer Crawler. So the Puffer Crawler is avoided successfully. Avoid. Mountains, no, 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 no. Just looking for a glint now. And that's it. Remember our ranger training maybe? Yeah, we'll remember our ranger training. Sunlight, so that's gone. Another fatigue. Take one of these into hand. Compassionate, perfect. And that's it. We'll rest, unexhaust, unexhaust, draw a card, trail mix, flip this, another rotting dullwood. All right, so that attaches the sensor network and it is along the way. All right, hopefully 2 down, 1 to go. This dozing bear sloth is problematic. All right, well, we need to clear Ura, and that has to probably be our first thing we do. No. Let's exhaust the Puffer Crawler. We'll avoid the Puffer Crawler. All right, so we successfully exhaust the Puffer Crawler. We lose this, and there is no more rain on this card, so we flip that to Gathering Storm. So that's good. And nothing here, nothing here. If there is flora along the way, the bear sloth goes in search of food. Move it to along the way. And there it goes. See you, buddy. We will attempt to... I don't think I'm going to risk using that. I think we'll just talk to Ura using our 2 spirit. It's a 0. So Ura clears. She's going to ask us if we want to talk to Quizzy, or help her find Quizzy, which we don't, I don't think. Let's go and have a look. Ura, clear her, 81. Discard Ura. Thanks so much. I've been tracking Quizzy for hours, but the little trailblazer is always 1 step ahead of me. I would like to help you, Ura, but we've got a mission. What's our situation? We're relatively early in the day, but soothing 2 fatigue might be nice. No, we'll just clear her. I don't want her to get eaten, is probably the bigger concern. So she goes away. She's discarded. We soothe 2 fatigue, and then we activate the dozing bear sloth. If this predator is along the way, you suffer 1. And rotting dullwood, we added harm to this feature. However, the weather is not inclement anymore because it's not raining. All right. Would love to play my iron wool boots, but I just used all my spirit. Would love to play one of my glints, but I can't. I'll bring trail mix into play, 1, 2. And I think that will call us a day. There, draw a card, seen through cycles. That's a refresh, so we're adding 2 focus to this. If there are 4 or more rain tokens, move all prey along the way. Okay, another card is another rotting dullwood. All right. So all of our energy comes back. This unexhausts. We'll exhaust to bring Throng of Life back into hand. May have actually been able to do that last turn, but doesn't matter. All right. So we have 2 little morsels on our trail mix that we can eat to gain fatigue back. What I really want to do is clear this rotting dullwood, but the first thing we need to do is exhaust the Puffer Crawler. So we'll spend 3 awareness and we'll just use our trail mix to guarantee it. There's a +1. Good work, team. So that's exhausted. We gain a glint. If you have 4 or more fatigue, we don't. If this mission is attached, exhaust a non-human being. And then, actually, we're better off exhausting the bear sloth. Unattach this mission unless a ranger spends 1 focus. We're done. Good. All right, so let's clear that dullwood. Let's traverse the heck out of it. So we will traverse using both of our seen-through cycles and this. Oh, this is a glint, so we shuffle this. All right, so 1, 2 for our traverse check, which will take it to a 4. That's a 4. So there's no active sunlights. So we will successfully clear the rotting dullwood, which is wonderful. The sensor network adds its second. And then our third. Now, when a feature comes into play at one of these locations, so that hasn't come into play since this has been over here. So I don't know that we can do that again. So that clears. Do we want to try and clear that puffer crawler maybe? We can add 5, 6, 7 to it. That might not be a bad option. Yep, we'll try and clear the puffer crawler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a glint if you don't mind. Get out of here, puffer crawler. That's good. I like that. We'll call that a day. Or rest, I should say. So that's going to flip this back over because it's raining again. Oh, sadness. We've got 2 on the sensor network. This. We'll draw a card. Iron wool boots. We're going to put those on. And, uh-oh, we're in trouble. Quiet. If there is another active predator, quiet defends a hunting ground. Add 3 harm to that predator and 1 harm to this being. All right, well, we probably just want to draw sunlight at this point. She is very problematic. If we flip one of those, that is very problematic. All right, maybe we just sky whip her out of here. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll sky whip her. So our sky whip is awareness plus that. So we're going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll play our iron wool boots first, because that's going to allow us to recover a single fatigue when we do that. So yep, we're just going to try and do a 5 raw dog. Actually, we'll tap this to bring this into hand, so we've got that to play. It's a 6 and a glint back. That's lovely. So we whip quiet. She's out of there. We don't have 4 or more fatigue. Exhaust this being, no. So we don't do that. Nothing there, nothing there. Good card to draw that a couple of times. Got our glints back. The iron wool boots allows us to, thinking of fatigue, shape the earth. Now I'm not sure if I'm doing this wrong, but that specifically says when a feature with this mission attached comes into play. So we don't need to exhaust, we don't need to do anything else. I think our best bet here is just to play very safe and try and wait for another card. I think we've cleared the 2 scariest predators, so yep, we'll end the turn. We'll draw our reverb locket. I think we'll put that on. It's only 1 and we can attach an eagle eye to it. That would be good. Draw a path card. It's a feature, the Cloud Hive. Excellent. So the sensor network is attached to this Cloud Hive. After adding one or more harm to this feature, add one bee to each Cloud Hive swarm. These are awesome. This location's rule. If there are no Cloud Hive swarms in play, it's bringing bees. If there is an active mammal, exhaust it. Add progress to it and harm to this feature, both equal to the mammoth's presence. So this bear sloth is going to eat the bees. How good is that? Okay. Well, I think the reverb locket is the right play. However, we need to keep that focus in case we flip the crest. So we need to, geez, that's a lot to traverse, that one. One or more harm to this feature. That is a big traverse. We could manifest and shape the earth. Let's do that. We shall spend 2 and shape the earth. So what that does is it allows us to put a progress on each location in play, or feature rather, 1, 2, 3, and then redeploy them as we see fit. We've got this already here, so if we go 1, 2, 3, we just need to pull another 3 from here, and that clears the Cloud Hive, which successfully achieves our mission. Then we need to do that. Yep, I think that's the correct play because that achieves our sensor network mission. So we will read 109. 109, that's the first one down. Remove all progress from sensor network and check the bubble matching the current location next to sensor network. That is the first one, the middle one, which is the high basin. And then all 3 are not complete. Okay, so we simply move on with our lives. Cloud Hive gone. I spent a glint. I can bring one of our things back into play. So we will bring Seen Through Cycles back into play, I think. Using that. We'll spend 3 to try and avoid the dozing bear sloth. We don't need to use a thing. So that's a 0, so that gets avoided. We suffer a fatigue. That goes away from the clouds. We still can't interact up here because we have an obstacle in the way. We can't traverse it at the moment. Do we want to try and connect with someone? Or Spirit? No, I'd love to. Yeah, let's play our reverb locket and we'll attach Eagle Eye. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we can't have everything. I don't think we need the iron wool boots while we have our trail mix in play. So that's it. We'll rest, we'll recover our energy, draw a path card. It's another dozing bear sloth that comes in down here. Not ideal. We just need to get out of here now, don't we? So do we take some fatigue? Just traverse the high basin, take 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't while that Dullwood's in play. So that is annoying. Do we bring Sky Whip into hand and try and get rid of that bear sloth? Strike. Or do we just take... Tricky, 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 tricky. Did I draw a card? I didn't draw a card. Thorough. got way too many of this symbol in my deck. So that is annoying. All right, well, let's use our thorough and spend 1 of our green to exhaust this dozing bear sloth. Well, attempt to exhaust. We flip a +1. It grabs us a glint and a crest. If you have 4 or more fatigue, we do not. So we don't do the second piece. We have no other crests in play. Oh, I think I know what our best play actually is here. I'm silly for not thinking of it. We'll exhaust our roll. We'll bring Shape the Earth back into hand. Doesn't get us there though. We need 5. No! All right. Well, let's play Eagle Eye at a cost of 1 awareness and see if we can bring another one into hand. And we get... we just look at the top 3. Don't cheat. Bing, 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 bing. I don't want any of those bings. This little raccoon's a cool guy. Look at him. Clear with progress. You can search your discard for a gear card and add it to your hand. Huh. He just runs away. He steals your shit. What a legend. Little stealing guy. Hanging Cherry Moss. The plan has succeeded. This comes in down here. We'll spend 2 fitness and a glint to play Shape the Earth. That will add 1 progress to each feature and location, and then we'll redistribute it onto the high basin, which allows us to travel at the end of the day, or end of the round. So, well played, utilising all of the skills available to me. It's magnificent. So, Shape the Earth is here. This is our hand. We will end the day. We'll draw this into hand, another Shape the Earth. Very good. And we're going to clear off. We're going to get out of here, and we're going to go visit a new location. And that location is going to be the Furrow. And we're going to travel via the lake. So I'll set that up. Alrighty, we're ready to go. So we have the Furrow. 1, 2, 3. I've been pretty fortunate with my decks, and well, when I say fortunate with my decks, I mean my deck feels pretty good for someone who has never played this game. I've managed to put together a pretty reasonable solo deck. With Sky Whip, I've got a way to clear high health monsters thanks to harm. With Shape the Earth, I've got a good way to traverse in a pinch. And then Seen Through Cycles also lets me clear a dude that I can't handle. Throng of Life allows me to manipulate the deck, which is nice. So cool, let's go and have a read of number 21, location 21, which is called The Furrow. New location, never been here. It looks like a massive plough sliced through the ground, carving a trench dozens of meters wide through forest, hills, and across valleys and ravines. The path of churned earth was left by the Terravore as it slowly travels south, consuming everything in its path. It's said that the features that once dotted this landscape stay intact inside the Terravore for decades. You wonder what discoveries lay in its depths. Wonder where the Terravore is. Is it south or something? It is south. So we're going to visit the Terravore next, after it's churned through. That's cool. That's very cool. You can actually see it on the map too. Awesome. Lead Ranger, draw 1 path card. Then if it's along the way, it is along the way, move it to within reach. We have a tributary stream within reach. It's an obstacle. Whoa, it's beautiful. Look at this lovely place. When you perform a traverse test that interacts with this location, reduce the progress added by 1. Get out of here. Okay, so we have a feature, which is a tributary stream. We've got a reverb locket in play. What have we got in here that we can pull back into hand? A whip, a Seen Through Cycles might be our best option. Yeah, so we'll bring a scene through cycles back into hand using our Prodigy of the Floating Tower. I think what we're going to do is we can't interact with it because of this obstacle. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to use this soak. Now we're going to use the tributary streams little thing here, which is we're going to spend one focus and our 2 little ones of these, and hopefully flip not a -2. If we flip a -2, we're in trouble. To add 1 out of our ranger token. Hey, it's a glint. It's sunlight, so we suffer a fatigue. This goes down to 2. And we follow the cheerily winding stream to put our player token here and add 1 progress to the location. It's a lovely little tributary stream there. Wonderful. That's shuffled. So, big traverse now. The nearby terrain, if you fail, suffer an injury. We'll use our trail mix to bring these 2 into hand. Our carbon forged trowel, yes. All right, so that's exhausted. Our best approach now is just to traverse the location using our trowel. That's 1, 2, 3. We're going to play Throng of Life to ensure this gets through. So, we get a 4 anyway. So that 4 becomes a 3 thanks to the furrow, but that's still enough to clear. We suffer a fatigue and we can travel. We have 4 cards left in hand. There's no downside for us here to fatiguing out, but the sooner we can get to our next location, which we are looking for, which is the Mound of the Navigator. And where's the 3rd place we're going for? The Plummet. The Plummet is here. That's a long way away. We're here, it's going to take us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to get a quicker way of travelling to there. This is ravines, I've never travelled them. All right, so we're going to the Terravore. Let's go. All right, we've done it. We've set up for the Terravore. So I drew Versatile into hand. We've got 4 cards left in the hand for the day. It'd be really, really nice if we could finish this Terravore location and move to the Mound of the Navigator. That would be a great way to start our next day into our 2nd leg of our mission, which would be glorious, because it's going to be a fucking hike to the other side of the valley. This is exciting. This is a new deck. We've never done this one, which is called the Ravine deck. Let's just shuffle this and have a look at what we get. By the way, the 3 fucking valley cards that I flipped were Old Bloody Clicker, Quiet, and some artist chick. But imagine that. Old Bloody Clicker and Quiet out. That's a bad day. All right, let's read about the Terravore. From far away, it looks like a massive molehill winding through valleys and over ridgelines, a ridge of rocky ground cutting through the trees. Only as you get closer can you make out the incongruous details, the regular height and width of the ridge, the occasional vents oozing steam into the still air, and the gaping cavern where the ridge finally terminates in a glen. As you get closer, you can see how the land, bushes, trees, rocks and dirt looks like it's been scooped into that moor-like cavern. Then the entire ridge shudders and slides forward, and a few more inches of land are shoveled into the moor. The entire ridge is one of the legendary Terravores, a kilometres-long biomeld that slowly but inevitably consumes and processes everything in its path. What an awesome and cool idea. Arrival setup, search the path deck for the next feature and attach it to this location. That's a web wall. And then the lead ranger draws 1 path card. We draw Benamon the Swift Pilot. Oh my god. He would have been awesome. I think he teleports us around the map. Ben Armon, the Swift Pilot. Let's have a read of Ben Armon's story, shall we? Ben Armon, Swift Pilot. 87. Enters play. A shadow skims over your head and you duck, thinking you're about to be attacked by a hungry Irex. You look up in relief to see the shape of Ben Armon's custom-made glider, the Swift, passing overhead. It lands gently in a clearing a short distance away. As you approach, you see Ben Armon emerge from the cockpit, stretch his legs, and then check something on the underside of his vehicle. "Hello there," he says. "It's Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm on an errand for Elder Thrush, but if you're in need of assistance, maybe I can give you a ride." "Thanks, buddy. You're about one location too late." "It'd be awesome if you could send us all the way over to the other side of the map. Come back and see us when we're at the Mound of the Navigator, right? That's an appropriate place for you." Whoa, this is super cool. When you perform a test that interacts with the attached feature, reduce your effort by 1. This is all bad time. So there's a web wall attached to this giant terravore, which is preventing us from walking around and interacting with it. When the attached feature is cleared, you continue into the depths of the terravore. Alright, well we've got to make a decision here about what we're going to do. Our goal is just to clear this location, so we can do a fitness test plus this. Yeah, so we'll do fitness with that, we'll do 2, and that's going to be to pull apart the clawing webs to add 1 harm to this feature for every 2 effort. If you fail, move your thing to this feature. So that will be 1, 2, 3, 4 effort. And we'll flip a -1. However, I think we'll play Throng of Life. So we will glint, we will spend our focus. So we can do that one, and we'll also do the crest. So that's 2 efforts, that's 4 efforts, sorry, 2 harm. So we pull apart the clawing webs, so we're going to clear that obstacle. So now we can interact with the terravore. Response: when this attached feature is cleared, you continue into the depths of the terravore. 28.1. I'm so excited. You carefully climb into the gaping mouth of the terravore, coughing slightly as you breathe in the acrid, humid air. The light quickly fades as you go deeper, and the air becomes thicker and thicker. The ground becomes more jumbled and chaotic as well. And you see rocks and tree trunks giving way to smaller, splintered chunks. Eventually, you come to a smoking, bubbling pool that seems to block your progress. You look around and manage to find 2 roots near a series of protrusions that look uncomfortably like rib bones in the side of the terravore. However, there is also a particularly large log half submerged in the pool that it looks like you could crawl across. So do we take the path along the side, or do we take the log through the pool? We'll take the path along the side. So, it is not sunlight, so each ranger suffers 3 fatigue. Oh, here's me thinking I could use my trail mix, and my trail mix is gone, like a doofus. Continue reading. You proceed a little farther and are just about to turn back because of the unbreathable air when you see something glowing just up ahead. It appears to be a vine, something not of the terravore but linked to it, with fine hair-like roots burrowing into its flesh. As you inspect it, it seems like this links into the biomeld's nervous system. You figure out how to detach it and wonder if maybe you could link it to yours. And what would it do? Gain the dendritic thing. It's a reward card. Let's hope it's one we can use for a change. It's not. We've had a lot of unfortunate ones that we can't use. Unfortunate, look at that. We've got 3 reward cards. Dendritic Vine, Solaro's Insight, and Translocator. All 3 focus ones, or 2 focus. Annoying, but it is what it is. All right, our best play now is to rest. And we will come back, hopefully, next turn and clear it off. The Sparrowhawk, that's good to get that. We're resting. This is going here. This is going here. As long as this is not an obstacle, we're good. Obstacle. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. All right, well, let's see what we get here. So we're going to use our, we've drawn our last card. This unexhausts. We'll pull. Think about that for a second. We'll use our trail mix to pull 2 cards back into hand. We get Reverb Locket and the Vaulting Rod. Would you believe we got the Vaulting Rod? What a great day. We'll play the Vaulting Rod with 1 fitness. We'll unexhaust the Vaulting Rod. We'll exhaust the Vaulting Rod to tap those loose boulders. We will bring our Throng of Life back into hand. We will play 1, 2, 3 to clear this Terravore with a Traverse. And as long as there is a +1 somewhere on this, there is, we play Throng of Life. Sun, we would fatigue, but we've cleared there, so we clear that first. We're going to travel, and that'll be the end of our day, and we're going to travel to the Mound of the Navigator via the Old Growth. Lovely day, good turn of events, achieved our goal for the day. Let's go and have a look at our little tracker. So we've knocked over one of the sensor network things. We're finishing day 7. We're finally getting out of this awful weather, going back to a nice, lovely, clean day. And that's good times. A perfect day, one could almost say. Good to get back into it. I was, as I said, I was quite ill yesterday, so I missed out on playing, and always worry that when you miss out, you lose your focus and your energy. But yeah, absolutely, still very enthusiastic about the game. Very enthusiastic about the story and what we were trying to achieve. Our sensor network, we're 1 down, 2 to go. We're going to try and head via Tumble Down maybe later. And yeah, that'll be it for this episode. I'll catch you on the next one. Big Deno, out.